Hi, today I'm looking at a Saint-Estephe. It's a 2015. It's Chateau de Pez. Chateau de Pez is a cru bourgeois. Saint-Estephe right at the northern part of the Haute-Médoc, so the warmer sort of area there. And de Pez is owned by Louis Roederer, the Champagne House, who also own the second growth in Pauillac, Chateau Pichon-Comtesse. So they have some very decent assets in Bordeaux. So made by the same team, I believe. Orme de Pez, a blend predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon, I think 51%, with 44% Merlot, and the balance being made up with Petit Verdot and Cabernet Franc. So quite a typical blend from there, largely Cabernet dominated. Looking at it, you've got a colour that is sort of deep, dark ruby, almost sort of a red-black note, just starting to fade at the rim, but not really browning. It's and there's no purple note to the colour at all. The aromas are quite classic for Saint-Estèphe. There's a hint of cassis, that sort of lifted blackcurranty note, but there's also perhaps notes of tobacco leaf, a slight earthiness, and slightly sort of savoury, toasty notes as well. Tasting it, what first hits you is good freshness, there's lovely acidity, but there's also structure. This is a firm 4-square wine whose tannins they're not astringent, but they're quite drying. They've got good grip, and that adds a sort of a savoury note, and there are notes of toasty oak and graphite in there, all beautifully melded together. And behind that, there's a savoury, earthy note that is the fruit. It's still a black fruit, but as I say, more savoury than juicy from that point of view. The freshness means that the finish lasts quite well. The tannins still have a good grip on the finish. The wine is medium bodied but has really good structure, and it's still quite young. I mean, that will probably develop for another 10 years in bottle, despite the fact that 2015 reasonable vintage, but I think that should age quite nicely. So thank you for watching, and that's Chateau de Pez.